Okay, let's test again. Because before it was just crackling. Okay, let's test again. Because before it was just crackling. Test again. Because before it was just crackling. Again. It was just crackling. Okay. Sorry. Okay, hi, good morning. Back 6:30 a.m. here on our yoga mat. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're hearing me okay. Please always let me know through the comments if something's wrong because my microphone was just crackling a lot. Um, yeah, so welcome back. This morning we are looking a little bit into our shoulder region. I have to say I'm a little bit selfish because I have some sore shoulders. And let's see, and this is always my wish for you to let me know if there's any problems you're facing in the morning and how we can address them in a short time, but just putting some good input into ourselves and also like letting our body and ourselves know we do listen. We do listen when he's telling us, and also my belief as an osteopath is, like I said, body is telling us something way before he sends us pain, and there can be communication skills we can learn. And I think a great way to learn is through yoga. So let's join me on the mat for our shoulders, and therefore we just warm our hands up, and let's just place them opposite each other onto our shoulders. And let's close our eyes for a moment to for these 15 minutes and further on for today. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be here. How often do we tell ourselves or our body the words, it's okay, I can do it, and basically afterwards I take care for myself if like big tasks are ahead of us. But let's just give ourselves the message that we are important and that we listen and take breaks and give ourselves what we need. And already by now, sitting here, you maybe feel a little stretch in the back of your shoulder blade area. So let's breathe into the back part. Tilt your head forward and take deep inhales into the back of your rib cage, into your upper thoracic spine. And with your inhalation, you lift up. You lift your elbows up. And exhale, open into cactus arms, spreading out the fingers wide, trying to get the upper arms close to your chest, side of your chest. And inhale, this time grabbing your elbows over your head. For exhalation, you push outward a little bit. Inhale here and exhale. Take the whole range of your arms and like holding and pulling them backwards. Your sternum, the middle of your chest, slowly moving forward. These are tiny movements. Don't go into the biggest stretch. Just start mobilizing, start lifting your shoulder. And this is sort of to me, the most important thing, that we get our shoulder blades moving again. They're often like really stuck to the chest, the rib cage. and they're just moving up and down if they even move this far. So let's move them up. So elbows pointing up and down, up and down, and then up. Leave them up there, then open up and sort of like making rotational movements. One more time. Inhale up. And also feel free to move onto the top of your feet. Why not doing a little bit stretch into the back of your feet? And exhale. And as we sit here and the arms dangling, let's just move our shoulders up and exhale, let them fall. You can do this a few times. Inhale, let them fall. Exhale. Drop your jaw. And then place your fingertips. This is a little bit of a strange command. It's not a yoga practice. It's a little osteopathic self-treatment. Lift up your shoulders a tiny bit to create a gap, to create a little dip between your shoulder and your claviculars and your neck. And then do slow circles. So your fingertips are wanting to grab the clavicular. We're trying to lift the clavicular away from us, very gentle. Do deep inhales, bringing loads of space to the front of your neck. Maybe with your fingertips you even can feel like the activation of the front muscles, the scalene muscles, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and be very gentle. This is not about force. This is about fluidity to get a little bit more movement going between our small neck and our open big chest. And inhale all the way into your chest, letting those fascia systems move. And as we let go of our hands, let's come into tabletop position. We inhale like between the shoulders, move down and push away and down. One of my all-time favorite practices is that little shoulder blade push-up. Done it, I think, already in morning medicine. And it just needs to have its place for our shoulder blades. And again, all these movements, we could do them much longer. But for these 15 minutes, I'd like you to have a little bit of a variety. So talk to your body and see what's good for him. And you take those postures and you use them for yourself. So I'm doing some circles, moving from the right to the left, and I'm changing positions. And then I'm moving hands apart to lift up to come onto my fingertips, dome shaping my palms, elbows, left elbow is bent, so I can move into the middle with my left shoulder and starting to turn. Doing the same on the right side. And then doing some twists. Recognize that fascia is a bit tight after 8 hours sleep, which is also making us realizing that the body is meant to move, that he needs movement after sleep, not just directly after sleep, but our whole day should be involved with movements, with good wave tidal movements. So now I'm moving into a little wave movement. And this movement I take into my downward facing dog, because here there's a really good practice of pushing the shoulder blades away and down. Again, sometimes you hardly see this movement to start with, and it's hard to address sometimes the shoulder blades because they're so stuck. So trying to push away from the floor and then let your upper body come closer to the body. Having different directions for our scapula, for our shoulder to move. And an inhale, lift up your heels, rolling forward. And sorry, I'm halfway cut off probably, but listen to my voice. Move forward, doing a split sideways. Push through your arms and then lower your knees, chest and chin. And here, try to keep the elbows, the shoulder close and away from your ears. And moving down, 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 down. Pulling the shoulders away from your ears this time. Elbows pushing downwards, and you place everything onto the mat, coming up into a cobra. And as you exhale, you bring your hands further back. So the hands standing underneath your elbows. Bring your head down. And now the hands are back on their fingertips. So you can just doing rotational movements with your lower arm, which is obviously not directly a shoulder movement, but having our lower arms moving, doing rotational movements as an influence for the whole arm axis. And as you know, I like to connect. I like to show you that there is influences up and down from that area we're working on. And then lower your head. And for the next practice, the head is staying down. So you might just want to listen. So bring the back of your hands onto the top of your pelvic, lower spine. And now you just keep like you bring your shoulders, your elbows towards the floor, and then you just lift the elbows and the shoulders like little wings, moving up and down. Fingers, hands stay where they are, connected to your body, and just shoulder elbow area is moving. Integrate your breath into these movements as we do in yoga, and as we accept that through breathing movements, we're engaging inner fascia, we're widening up. And then the next time your shoulder and elbows are up, you also lift your hands up. So second step is lifting the hands away from your buttocks, bringing the hands down, bringing shoulder elbows down. Inhale, shoulders up, hands up, hands down, shoulders down. Do this a few more times. This can also be done seated, just choosing front position. So I'm having free movements of my arms, but this could be done in your office chair. And the next time your hands are up, now step 3, we straightening our arms backwards, Here you can lift yourself up now. This is the reason for prone position. And exhale, bringing your hands together, bringing your hands back to the buttocks, lowering the elbow shoulders. Inhale, up, straighten. Coming back, down, down. And then do all the 3 steps as a little combination, because there's one last step. And the next time your leg arms are straight. So now we want the hands to come forward into our cobra position with keeping the arms as close as possible. So trying to push the elbows, they're pointing up. Fingers are slowly moving towards pointing to the front. And by lifting our shoulder blades, we can just bring our arms, our hands close. We're not letting the elbows point outwards. And you can even move them further forward, bringing them into a straight arm, bringing them back as close as possible, and then straightening to the back. Putting hands together, bringing them back to our buttocks, and last time releasing. We're taking the hands back underneath our shoulders, and then we come back into a seated posture. And then slowly come back up. And then we sit. As always, so many more things we can do. But it's important how we do the things for the time we have. So let's feel into the impulses, the stimulation we gave into that area. And my best is to breathe, to be still and quiet for a moment. And how much that, little movement, how much effect that had on our shoulders. And through our body, like we learn to tap into that consciousness, inner knowing. We learn how to take care. We learn to conversate with us. And so, our body wants to tell us how he feels. So let also your mind tell us how we feel. And everything is allowed. Just don't ignore it. Let it be for a while. Sit with it. And then decide if you want this to be part of your day, if something you want to change or address differently. And by taking this time, let's choose the course of our day. We get the chance to decide every day how we want to look and address things. Do we want to live with the pain or sort of loosen it up and trying to work with it? So with this in mind, I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's bow towards our Namaste Mudra. Give thanks. Thanks to life. Thanks for this day. I give thanks to you for waking up so early with me. Have a good start in your day. I'm glad I was part of it, and I see you tomorrow. And as always, please like, subscribe. That helps to keep this going. Or tell your friends about it. And always let me know how you felt. And if there's anything you'd like to practice in the morning. Okay, see you soon.